if you just didn't hear from me anymore for like a month.
Oh God.
It was just a month. And you're like, where's Cheli?
I would track you down.
Or you would be like, she usually texts like that.
You mean nothing new? It's gonna be like the Taken movie. Remember
Yes.
the Taken movie?
Yes.
With Liam
Oh my
Neeson?
God.
I'll find you.
But 1 month. You don't know where I am.
1 month is too long.
You don't know where I am. And my family's being super secretive about it. My sister's just like, don't worry about it. And you're like, where the heck is she? She's not going to work, anything. Middle of the night, I come in here. It's raining and I'm just like, can you please let me in? I have to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, you're not going to believe me. But there's this shadow prince. And I tell you about a man who's probably committed several crimes.
Okay.
But I'm like,
what's the problem?
that's what I was going to ask. And I tell you, like, I'm kind of down.
Go for it, queen. Here's the condom. God bless you. You think I would judge you? If anything, it should have been the other way around.
I have a confession to make, and I'm like this, and you see my pointed ears, and you're like, bitch.
Your ears have always been pointing.
How'd you do that shit? Oh my God, you'd be okay with it if I
would
told
support anything you want.
even if he did questionable things?
Of course.
We all night bitches in here. Oh my God.
Go listen to our last episode, Night
but
Bitch.
also, we're night bitches now. It's going to be every episode. Wow. I thought you would be more like, okay.
Well, he's a
real.
shadow prince.
You know, it's kind of weird that that's a running on thing in fantasy where there's always the shadow prince.
Well, I feel like right now it's very much on trend.
Why? Why nothing else?
Just wait for the next thing. Let's create the next one.
I know. It just has more of a ring to it.
It's very much fae-centric. Shadow prince, shadow daddy. That's...
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? I think
so.
Dark hair. He has to have dark hair.
Dark hair.
Mm-hmm. Colored eyes. Some sort of special colored eyes.
If I met a shadow prince and the only color he wore was black,
I would kind of eat that up.
He wears dark green one time. And
no, it's been 3 times, I think.
Dude, that's... I have so much to say. If you told me that you found a fae circle and you jumped in and now you're fae, I'd be like, chill. What do I do? What do I got to do now?
I'd be like, why aren't I invited?
Yeah.
What if I also want to be fae?
Not very night bitch of you.
I thought we were besties.
Yeah, actually, if I fade, you have to fade with me.
I would fade with you.
You would fade with me?
In a heartbeat.
Oh my God, wait, this conversation's taking a turn. I fucking love this shit. Okay. Do you think meeting a beautiful, just so fucking
7
sexy,
feet tall,
9'10"
7 feet.
Is he 7 feet?
Yeah.
Ew. I mean, beautiful. 7
he is,
foot.
right? I'm not confusing him with someone else.
7 foot, black hair, dark eyes,
tatted up.
black on black on black, everything.
The clothes, you mean?
Yes. Do you think a story about... What the fuck is this story about? Love.
Finding love when you're living in the 3rd ward.
Finding love in a hopeless place.
Oh, yes.
Do you think a story like that can fix your life?
Yes.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the Book Fix Podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. Didn't expect this one. Today, we are talking about a recommended book.
Your name is?
I'm Cheli.
And I'm your host, Yajaira.
And this book was recommended to us.
It was by Casey on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right?
She's
On
so
Instagram?
sweet.
She is really sweet.
Oh my gosh.
Which is so funny because I had heard whispers. Actually, can I be honest? 100% honest.
Go ahead.
This is a safe space, right?
Yeah, it is. We're all dogs in here.
Stop saying that. I'm not going to understand.
Watch our other episode. It was funny. It was called Night Bitch. Okay, go ahead.
So I had seen this book cover. I thought this book cover was so beautiful. I was like a bitch crying. You know I love weak, pathetic men. When I saw that man with dark hair crying, I was like, yes.
You mean the silver tear?
Mm-hmm. I was like, sign me up.
Damn.
But I didn't mention it for the book club because I was thinking it's not the right time. I'm not ready. And then also I heard a lot of bad things about it.
I hadn't heard anything except for the name. And I had seen it at, when I would go shopping, I would see it out there. But I'm just like, Yajaira's not bringing it up. This book looks thick. I'm not going to bring it up.
Yeah.
So then when
But you knew it was popular, right?
Yes, I did. Okay. So then when you did bring it up, like, hey, someone recommended this to us. Let's go ahead and read it. I was like.
But I was kind of dreading it too. Remember? Funny. Because it was in December, I think.
It was your honeymoon time.
My wedding and honeymoon time. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to have this book done.
While you were gone.
Thank you.
Me looking in the sky, waving as the plane left, tears in my eyes. I was like, what do I do? Yajaira's gone. Mm-hmm. I put myself through listening to this book.
It's long.
Dude, did you listen to it?
Yes, I did both.
It felt like it was never going to end.
Yeah. And then there was a point in like 60% in when I was like, this feels like the ending is near. And it wasn't.
It was like one of those things too. And I told you this. You knew I didn't like it going in.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to hide that. You can tell.
Yeah.
But remember when I messaged you and I was like, there's something about this.
You had a moment where you had a weak moment where you were like, oh, there's something beautiful about this book that I kind of like, but I hate.
I'm going to screenshot that. I think I have the screenshot where I told you like, I fucking love this book. And then the next text, never mind, I hate it. I was weak queen, but I'm here now.
No, but I also made a joke like, give it a sec.
Good time.
You're going to love it again.
I've never felt so confused going into a book. Mm-hmm. And then by the end, I felt like I knew the whole world.
Really?
I fucking ate this shit up. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. So why don't we just start?
Let's just start from the beginning. So our main character...
Saeris
Fane. Thank you. Saeris Fane.
Okay. Was her name important?
Yeah.
In her world? Was it because of who her mom was?
I think so, yeah. Because everyone knew Iris Fane. She was Lady of the Night.
Yeah, she was.
So...
Well, it really sucked because the world that they lived in, it was in poverty. Mm-hmm. So the mom, she was a very renowned person, but she knew because the husband had died, she needed to become a lady of the night because she couldn't afford
her 2 kids.
Yeah.
So Saeris Fane has a brother named Hayden. Mm-hmm. And I really liked how the world was set up. So it's like a wheel. And at the center of it is like the rich place in the kingdom. And then everything else around it is just kind of like, it's like you get poorer the further away you are, I think. Damn. And they don't really have water. And so it's a big thing for Saeris Fane. And then I think other people do it too, where they will sneak into the hub, which is the center, and they'll steal water.
Yep.
Because they don't get water.
No,
I think she said they get 6 ounces a day.
Yeah.
Girl, I would die. I'm a thirsty bitch.
Yeah, dude, I totally understood why she did what she did. Mm-hmm. But beginning this book, she gets caught at the hub and she is like held back by a soldier who's wearing like gold, I think.
It's like a guard and he has something on him that he has 2 sons. Because in her world, there's only 2 suns. There's no moon. And the guard wants to throw her in the dungeon, but she manages to steal a gauntlet from him. And she runs away. Oh, but he doesn't want to get close to her because she tells him that she's from the 3rd ward, which they're in quarantine. And he's just like, what? Like, how did you even escape? Because people don't escape from this place.
Yep.
And so she's running away with this gauntlet and she's in her mind, she's like, okay, I'm going to go melt the gauntlet and turn it into other things.
Yep. But it's like a huge thing. Mm-hmm. She is now being hunted and they're looking in the 3rd ward for this gauntlet.
Why would she say she's from the 3rd ward? I don't know.
Right?
I don't know why she would tell the truth.
What I hated too was her whole idea of, I'm just going to hide it somewhere.
Yeah.
And I'll be fine.
It was definitely careless. And it's weird because Saeris Fane is, from other people, it seems like she's very astute. Like, she's very street smart. And compared to her brother, she is supposed to be the smarter one. But she just like tries to hide this gauntlet at her stepdad's, and her stepdad's like, no, get out of here. And so she goes and finds Hayden at like a bar, I think, and she leaves it in her bag.
Yeah.
But then she sees that Hayden was, I think he was beaten up or something, because he tends to gamble. And so I think she leaves her bag with him while she's talking to Carrion.
Yes.
Which was a former fling of hers.
I thought they were more than that. The way that he was described, I fucking hated his description, first of all.
He was very charming.
No.
Charmed the panties off of her.
Oh. I can't. I was not a fan of this book going into it because the way she described him, like, Carrion, aka the only man who's ever made me scream. And I'm like,
God,
what are you saying? Like, you're fucking being hunted right now, and that's the first thing you think of when you see it.
I mean, in a world where the world is ending, forgive her.
So that's why I assumed like it was more than a fling if that's the way she described him. But then like she just has pure hatred for this man.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is he? I don't get it. And he's basically telling her, like, I know it was you who took it, and I know you hid it in a dumb place. At least let me hide it for you.
Yeah, because he has a warehouse, and he's aware that the guards are in the third ward already looking for her. And he's like, obviously it's you. You have dark hair and really beautiful blue eyes. So
I hate this. I just want to speed through this part. Just know that she fucking gets... Oh, well, she goes to hide it.
No, her brother takes it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. She doesn't find it, and her brother took it to sell it.
And then the guards stop the brother. She finds him, and they're going to kill the brother or throw him in the dungeon. But she tells them, no, it was me. I'm the one who took it. I took it from this place, from this person. You know what I mean? Like, she's like recounting everything, and she's just like, he doesn't even know where it happened.
Dude, why... Hayden seems so useless.
Yeah.
She seemed dumb. He seemed dumber.
Was he a little brother?
Yes.
He was, right? Okay. Yeah. It gave me that she was the older sister, like always taking care of him and defending him, and you know what I mean? Putting food in front of him.
But it's funny because even after she's gone, I was like, Hayden's not going to be able to defend himself.
No.
This bitch, he is not going to last.
But I did feel bad when he was trying to take the fall for her, even though it clearly looked like he was about to like piss himself. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like he was so scared, but he was like, no, it was me. It's totally mine.
Just he has those knees.
Just like wobbly. Oh my God. Then she goes to meet the queen, right?
Yes.
Madra?
Yeah.
Queen Madra. And she's like paranoid. She's just like, I know the Fae sent you here. And from what we know currently, the Fae don't exist anymore.
Yep.
Like they used to. But
even then, them existing, like stories of them, they just feel like stories. So
like urban legends.
Even Saeris
Fane,
she doesn't really believe in it. So when that's brought up, she's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, like she's clearly off. And so the queen is convinced that the Fae sent Saeris out there to hurt her, kill her or something. And so I think the guard, I forgot his name because he comes back again afterwards. But this guard that's super loyal to the queen takes Saeris and is going to kill her. But then there's like a sword off to the side, which like there's like this whole thing where it's like, don't pick up the sword, don't look at the sword, don't touch the sword. And she lifts the sword and is gonna kill him or something. Yep. He starts to see things, but then it's like it almost opened up a portal. And a sexy man comes through. Dude, I was eating this shit up.
The fucking truck commercial song starts playing and he's like, Dude,
do you remember? You didn't really watch Inuyasha. Fuck!
Wait, which part?
There was a scene in Inuyasha when Kagome was by the well and he just like pops up from, I think it was glowing too. He like pops up to save the day. It gave me that vibe. I was like, he's here, bitch. This 7-foot man. But he was like kind of rude. He was like, pathetic. So
pathetic.
I
I have bangs now. I can't do it anymore. saves the day and she's just a useless human. It's like, what do you mean human? Let me show you. Ears. I love the fact that they always mention, because I think she even mentions it. She's like, I'm having this whole conversation with this sexy ass 7-foot man, but all I'm noticing is his ears. I'm like, bitch, I don't notice that.
His pointy ass ears.
I mean, I think I would notice it, but I'm not going to be
I mean, if your ear is pointing out from in between your hair, you would notice it.
I know, but I don't think I'd be like, oh, it's just their ear.
But she's not used to this shit. She's just like...
That's the part that stands out for you, not the part that you jump through a fucking portal.
Also, she's bleeding out. She's dying.
Oh, yeah, she is.
'Cause I forgot. I don't remember exactly the sequence of events, but something went wrong during this whole thing. And this sexy 7-foot tall man gives her a necklace.
Yeah.
And then she's like unconscious now. And so when she wakes up in a bedroom, and this like really sweet girl whose name
starts with an E.
Everlane.
Okay,
so that's the sister.
7-foot tall man's sister. Okay. New world. She's like, what's happening here?
Also, there's a big ass jug of water.
Yeah.
And she downs that shit.
Dude, you remember that one Smile 2? The character who kept drinking water?
The main character?
Same vibes. Same vibes.
She just loves water.
Fucking Kingfisher's trying to talk and she's just like
chugging water.
Oh my god,
yeah,
dude.
I'm surprised she didn't chug water more. I would
have. Oh gosh. Okay.
I'd be like, stop talking. I'm thirsty.
I know. Okay, a few things. I did not like Kingfisher at all. Like, at all. First of all, I thought his name was Fisher.
It's Kingfish. It's just one word.
And that's so dumb.
Fisher is the nickname.
That's so dumb. Okay, whatever. Prince Kingfisher. I hate that.
Okay, don't be rude to all the Kingfishers out there.
Fucking our one Kingfisher fan is like, unsubscribe.
Fuck you.
I know. It's okay. He's probably a 7-foot
I don't think that's his name, though. Because there was a whole section near the end where it was like names have such a big meaning in the story.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah,
you have a lot of power. So I don't think we know his actual name.
Okay.
Because it feels like a title.
It better be something good though. Because if it ends and he's like, my name's George. That's the wait. I waited for that. He better have a Fae name.
Like?
I don't know. Don't give me that power. I'm gonna fuck it up. I know it.
Okay,
but
let's say a name and 3.
1, 2,
3.
Byron.
Gustavo.
I was gonna say Brian, but Byron felt more Fae. Also, I don't want to hate on names because someone out there has that name.
I know, but you tend to do that a lot.
I don't mean to. It's just funny in the context of the book. So Kingfisher, I'm going to speed through this because it's a very dense, long book.
Yes, let's wrap it up.
Okay, so at the end, I'm just kidding. So Kingfisher hates fucking Saeris. And, well, comes off as really cold, and she believes it's hatred. And
but also, he's kind of flirty with her.
I fucking hate the flirting in this.
I don't.
What? Dude? I can't. It's crazy to me. Because I'm over here just trying
living
life, fucking drinking water. Flirting would be the last thing on my mind if I was a dehydrated bitch.
You don't get it.
I'm like a dry sponge.
Like SpongeBob.
Yeah, dude, I'm that SpongeBob meme. You
don't get it.
No.
If I was like about to like
thirsty and always.
Well, I mean, I just feel like in a world where you're so close to death so often, I feel like you would be like, you know what? I don't even care. Let's go. Let's go to the room.
7 foot, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right.
But it's crazy to me because we're over here talking about like, Saeris, you need to stay because you have this power to open these portals that no one's ever been able to do.
Because she can speak to the metal.
Yes, and
or she can hear the metal.
No one can do that. So you're staying here until you can help our place, our kingdom, whatever. But it's just weird to me that Saeris, this person we knew that doesn't care about relationships and, you know, is over here like, oh, you can't lie? Tell me how big you are.
He's like big enough to make you scream. Oh my god, so like Carrion, huh? It was just like Carrion. Didn't Carrion say the same thing?
I'm like burying myself as we speak. That's wild. I'm like, it's Tuesday. Please don't hit me with these lines. There's even like a part 2. Because he says that, and then she's like, oh, Faye have to be able to lie. You can't be telling me the truth. Whatever. And then it continues to be like that, where anytime he comes in and he's like, I forget what, he talks very provocatively about her parts, and she does the same thing, and I'm like, y'all focus. We're making metal here, please. I was not down for any of that. I'm glad you were.
It's not shocking that you weren't down.
I can't. It's just I didn't care about Kingfisher, and let me tell you.
Well, everybody loved him, like from his group,
which I thought was really funny.
Like they were all like, "You don't get it. He's changed. Like he's different. He went through something crazy that we're not going to tell you until the end."
I really hated when there was that rumor of him that he had killed a lot of people.
Like a whole village or something.
But then when they actually went to a village, they talked about all the great things he did. I don't give a fuck. Like, all of a sudden we know he's a good guy. And now she's like, oh, wait, I'm going to change my tune a little bit. I'm like, no, he's still like an asshole to you.
Yeah.
No. But then when
there was a lot of tension between them. There was. Like, so much.
So when they finally, like, gave into it.
I loved that scene.
Which one?
Where they finally gave into it.
Their first kiss?
Yeah, when he was just, like, sitting there. And I think he had been flirting with her.
Yeah.
And she wanted to use his necklace to try to escape. Like, she wanted to go back to find her brother because she was really worried that his brother was in danger. And so she got really close to him and was like, hey, can I borrow that maybe? And he was like, I can't take it off. So, I mean, if you want to use it, you're going to have to use it while it's still on me. And so she got really close to him. And then he was like very still. But, you know, it's like the pheromones or something, you know, like they were both going wild. And so she just like kisses him.
Yeah. I think I kind of ate that shit up. Because then I think about afterwards when he realizes it's gone and she's over here opening a portal, not realizing that if she were to walk through, she would instantly die. He was just kind of like, you're clever. You had me for a second there. But I'm smart. 2 steps ahead.
I do also love that scene where she almost did try to jump into the portal and he like came in and fucking shoved her. Was like, girl, you almost died.
Yeah. But he then tells her, like, I will go get one person for you. Who do you want me to bring? And she is struggling to decide, but she says Hayden. But then when he comes back...
Struggling because she also thought about her stepdad.
Yeah. But when he came back, he accidentally... Because of... He went by scent. And he brought Carrion.
I hated that scene. That's so fucking stupid. Dude, it's like, because he smelled like you. Bitch, they fucked a month ago.
I kind of ate that shit up. I'm not gonna lie to you. Something about Carrion, I know he's just like a piece of shit useless man. I kind of ate
He's
him
also
up.
very cocky though.
I kind of love that about it.
But not about Kingfisher.
No.
You have this thing where you love side characters.
I don't know what it is. Something about him. But it's funny because Carrion...
I did think he was funny.
When they brought him, they had to like travel to a place by horse, and it was described as like his head kept like lolling back and forth and like hitting the horse. And I'm like, bitch is gonna have such a bad headache when he wakes up. That sucks. So then when Carrion finally wakes up, he's just like, where are we? Yeah. And I think Saeris is expecting him to freak out, so she's like, we're among the Fae. Kingfisher brought you here. And he's just like, oh, okay, bet.
Yeah, because he had told Kingfisher that he was Hayden. Because he thought he was protecting him.
Yeah.
So she was really upset with him because she was like, why did you tell him you were Hayden? I was trying to get Hayden, not you.
Dude, I eat up jealousy. You know I do.
Mm-hmm.
So that part where Kingfisher walks in and Carrion makes a little remark, like, it's like a flirtatious remark towards Saeris.
Mm-hmm.
And Kingfisher just has a moment like, that thing?
Yeah. Him?
Like, I know you're a piece of shit human, but that one? Oh my God. And so he just kind of walks out,
He
leaves
didn't
it at
actually say piece of shit human.
No, but okay, but he fucking acted like that.
No.
And dude, yes, he did.
So.
Yes, he did. It felt like, to me, if I was in her position, he didn't like humans. And he said that.
He doesn't like humans, but he liked her.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't say that until like fucking page 300. So, and even then, it's just kind of like a side comment.
Like,
so,
you're pretty cute, I guess.
Shut up. And he like leaves. Mm-hmm. Fucking a 7-foot man on his bed kicking his feet. I hope she thinks of me.
And she does. A lot.
Okay, wait, we're not there yet. So, Carrion is now there for no reason except to be the person to allow a jealousy trope. Really feels like that. Because he just kind of like acclimates and helps sometimes, but not really. As of now, Saeris is trying to help build a bunch of metals to allow a lot of people to cross the portal when she is able to open it.
Yeah, and we forgot to mention that when she made that bargain with Kingfisher, to bring back Hayden, but accidentally brought back Carrion, it's like she bound herself to him, so she has to listen to everything he says. So if he commands her to do something, she has to do it.
Yep. So, but even then, she kind of becomes attached. Like, she wants to help these people because it is a shitty situation they're all going through. And now that she knows that Hayden is alive, it kind of just...
Oh yeah, because Carrion tells her, "Oh, your brother's fine, and plus I got him to leave to the 6th ward, I think, which they're doing better." And so because of that, she kind of just like relaxes and focuses more on helping these Fae.
So how did you feel the first time they have sex, Kingfisher and Saeris?
Oh my God,
it was in his room. And it was when the tattoos danced over their bodies.
Dude, I loved that scene. It was so good.
Dude, I feel like you like this book. I feel like this couch doesn't feel even anymore.
I was just like, I mean, it's about time. We've been agreeing too much. I just really liked... Hello, I'm trying to talk about Quicksilver. Did we say this book is called Quicksilver by Callie Hart?
Yeah. No, we didn't. That's what we're talking about.
Also, it's January's book club book.
Wow, we didn't talk about anything.
No, we didn't. I really liked that whole like tattoos moving between the bodies. I just thought it was beautiful. Like I feel like this would be a really good movie, which it did sign a Netflix deal.
I saw that.
But it's a TV show, I think. I hope it's good. Should have been done by HBO though.
The thing is, it just feels like a weird, disingenuous romance to me. Because it feels like, although the spice was good and although the tension was good,
and although it was delicious,
it just like didn't hit for me because it was kind of ick. You remember that scene?
Which one? Oh God.
Okay, there's several I want to talk about.
Which one?
First scene, when she's like, I don't think Kingfisher likes me. But then he tells her about like the whole thing, like sense that he can smell her. And it's like a very particular smell. And Carrion has that smell. And then they had to like fucking wash him in bleach, basically.
Yeah, they put like moss on his genitals.
To clean everything off. And then she was like... What does that mean? And I'm like, bitch, stop acting like you don't know this man. Fuck you. Like, of course he likes you. I can't. That
That's
to
not
me
an
was
ick, though.
To me, it was starting to get there. Second ick, the one I screamed about in that one TikTok Instagram video I put.
Stop.
No, dude, I
loved that scene. It
no,
makes sense.
no,
okay, well we have to describe it.
So
wait. Me first.
Okay, I'm gonna cry in the corner.
So she comes from a world where there's 2 sons. And there's like a whole like story behind it as well. It's like
Can't believe you like
twin sisters. And actually,
Twitches.
let me pull up the quote because
Oh my god.
I need
can't believe you like that scene.
You've liked
Can
some
I
pretty
tell you?
cringe things too, okay?
No.
So,
Not as cringe as this. Can I tell you, there was this one fan fiction that I read when I was younger. Don't remember what it was called. Don't remember the fandom.
They'll find it, though.
They'll find it. But I remember there was a line. Like, I was so into it. And there was a line where the character kept calling the other character Sunshine. And that was, like, their nickname for them. It's like, you're my sunshine. Hey, Sunshine. You know, it was just, like, in passing. And the character that was getting called Sunshine was like, I don't know how I feel about that. And that was kind of like the whole story. Like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then this character slowly started to accept it. Like, yes, you can call me Sunshine. And then the last chapter, this character calls the other character Moonbeam. And I'm like, no, I don't think it hits.
Okay.
How do you?
Okay, anyway, let me say the line. Okay, so when she is in this Fae world, obviously there's a moon now. And so she's just like, what the fuck? And that's not the important part, but I'm just giving context to the world that she's in.
I'm going to try to be strong. Go ahead.
Okay, so Carrion is a flirt. Okay, so he starts to call her Sunshine, but I think he calls her Sunshine sometimes. That's kind of like, because she's so down sometimes, or kind of like rude a little bit. And then Kingfisher gets upset. He's like, don't call her Sunshine. And he's like, why not? He says, because she is moonlight, the mist that shrouds the mountains, the bite of electricity in the air before a storm, the smoke that rolls across the battlefield before the killing starts. You have no idea what she is, what she could be. You should call her Majesty. And I thought it was beautiful. Because he's right. She is moonlight.
I get cringed out so fast.
I just don't get why.
If I had a partner, if I had someone, if I was in that triangle, not really a triangle, but in that triangle, and they said, she's moonlight, she's darkness, she's your majesty, I'm gone. I'm already out. I'm already out the door. I'm not gonna stay for the end of that conversation. I can't.
Well, I don't think you like.
I
don't think you like pet names, though.
I don't think I hate them. I don't want to be called fucking Moonlight.
I do.
That doesn't. What are we becoming?
Also, Ariana Grande has a song called Moonlight, so
which is fine. That's the name of a song. I don't want to be called Moonlight. That doesn't.
No, it's about him calling her Moonlight. Oh no, she's calling him Moonlight. I think something about calling somebody Moonlight.
It doesn't hit though. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
It's beautiful though because you're the moonlight in the darkness. That's
I
beautiful.
get it. I get it.
You don't get it.
It's an ick name.
It's so funny because I obviously saw your video and I hadn't read the book yet, so I was like, I don't really get like why it's so
context.
Yeah, I didn't get the context, but when I got to it, I was like, it's not even that bad. Dude, you're so dramatic.
I couldn't.
You're so dramatic.
I couldn't. It was. I felt like I was aging.
If he called her Moonbeam, then yeah, that's gross.
See, you get the Moonbeam thing, right? That's
Moonbeam. It just isn't
on the same page.
It just isn't
as
cute. What are you talking about? We're always on the same page. Usually. So
there was that. That part made me want to crawl out of my skin and bury my skin. I was so fucking over it, but I was like, okay, I'm still here. I don't know how you felt about that one scene where they stayed in his family home and she was in like his mom's room and he was in his childhood room, which is so funny because I imagine he fucking sleeping in a race car bed.
Of course. His feet dangling out or his whole legs dangling out.
But you hear him just like
grunting,
screaming, grunting, crying.
You think that he's having a nightmare, but he's not. It's like he's entranced.
And it kind of felt like to me, him not being able to move his body up is like very sleep paralysis like. Like you just can't move. So she just sits there with him and lets it pass.
Yeah. I didn't love it, but I don't hate it. It's just like, okay, whatever.
It's funny though, because the next day, you want bacon?
You hungry or what? Well, He's very mysterious.
Yeah.
At this point, I think we know that he went through something that was life-changing because he was gone for years to the point where like his sister thought that he was dead. He comes back, he's a whole new person. And then when he tries to be honest with Saeris and tell her a little bit more about his family and about his situation, he gets hurt. And she knows that when you're bound to something, it's because you can't talk about it.
Yes.
So it's like we're kind of like inferring like, okay, he went through something crazy, but we don't know what it is yet.
So their relationship does get better. They are actually like both open to each other, that they do like each other. And he starts to tell her, like, ever since that night where he went through that and she saw, now he is coming home because he wasn't before. They are sharing a bed together, and it's like, it's just becoming really domestic, which is kind of crazy because Saeris is like, I am leaving though.
Yeah.
So.
And then also she still has the tattoos, the markings, which she was pissed about. And he tells her like, oh, it's because like a bond was formed, but you can not accept it if you want.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But it was like a big thing, right?
He was very secretive about it.
What was it?
She actually found out by somebody else. I forgot who it was. But she runs into somebody else and she notices that they have a new tattoo. And she's like, oh, I like your mark. It's beautiful. And she's just like, oh, thank you. I got a matching one with my mate. And
oh yeah.
And she was like, oh, did it just show up then? And she was like, no, like we got it together. It used to show up for mates back in the day, but that's like an old thing. Like it's very rare now. And so I forgot how she finds out that it's like a God soulmate, like created by God himself, I guess. I don't know. And when she confronts Kingfisher about it, he's kind of just like, I just didn't know how to tell you. Like,
he's known about her.
Yeah, but he had heard about her because of his mother. His mother was an oracle, and she wrote about her in her journals. So he knew she was coming, but he still wasn't prepared for her.
Yeah. So that was kind of why he was pushing away too, because he also wanted to give her the choice to stay. But they're both so into each other. They start calling each other mates. Yeah, I think. So going to the end of the story, they are...
Go read the book. A lot happens.
Yeah. So they are preparing for a final fight with Malcolm. Malcolm,
the vampire leader.
Yeah. And he takes Everlane,
the sister. Yeah.
The sister. And she can't leave. I forget why, but she can't leave. It's the whole vampire thing. And they have this whole like secret, or not secret, they have this whole like strategy they're gonna do to go get her. And it's funny because Saeris, being a pessimist, having to tell Kingfisher, like, you're giving up so easily. We're going to get her. And, you know, this is what we've all decided.
It's because he wants to do it on his own.
Yes.
He's just like, I don't want to put you in danger.
But then he leaves anyway, even after they come up with a plan.
After a beautiful night, I would be so pissed.
Oh, my God.
You wake up.
Dude,
he's gone.
I fucking hated that shit, too, because... I think it was that last night they had together. It was like his room, but he put candles. And she was like, "It's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." I was like,
he should have put like water.
I know,
water bottles everywhere.
You know those mini waters you get at like meetings? They're just everywhere.
Or like in little
drinking them all.
Or like in little vases or something. I don't know. That'd be kind of cute. Maybe a candle under the water. I don't know. A little light.
It's a kiddie pool, like in the face
with a little straw. Babe, you shouldn't have. How'd you know I was thirsty?
You're always thirsty. I know.
Callie, you should have gone there.
I know. We're writing it for you. He still leaves. They go for him, whatever.
It's this whole
thing. She is able to talk to the metal, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells whatever's in the metal, like, leave Kingfisher alone because it's also connected to him.
Mm-hmm.
It finally does leave him alone. But then the whole Malcolm fight, there was this thing. So he's the one who bounded Kingfisher to him.
Malcolm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason why it hasn't broken was because of a fucking coin toss.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, tell me if I'm understanding this correctly.
Okay.
So Malcolm flipped the coin and caught it before it fell?
Yeah, so he had said, let's say, like, if it's heads, I'll leave you guys alone. If it's tails, I'll destroy this whole, like, side of the world. And then Kingfisher agreed because I think at this point he had been tortured for a very long time.
He needed to agree. There was like no other way out of it.
Yeah. And so Malcolm flipped the coin, but then he caught it and was like, you thought.
It didn't land. Wouldn't it be funny if it had just landed like this, like up on the side, and he just put a metal box around it?
It's like, we'll never know.
We'll never know. This thing's never gonna land.
So the whole thing was that it needed to land in order for a change to happen. Or
was
something?
So dumb.
Yeah,
that was so.
I was thinking the whole time, like, they have to like change it up a little bit in the movie form.
What if
in the Netflix form?
What if I had been holding that coin? It's my lucky coin. I wear it as a necklace. I have it so it doesn't fall. What if I trip and it hits the floor and I'm like, fuck, it's heads? What
I don't know. I think it has to be intentional. It's a magic coin, I'm
but
sure.
But even how does it flip?
He has
no, but at the end, doing tricks. Remember when we played Detroit Become Human?
Yeah, of course I remember. I think of it fondly every time. I think that Saeris had managed to take the coin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't remember. I think she like threw it or something.
So dumb.
Something like that. I wish it was something different.
I wish it was too. That just felt like a stupid. Like, you made me read 621 pages
for a coin toss.
I could have done the coin toss.
But that whole thing at the end was kind of crazy. Like the fact that all of the leaders were actually friends. Malcolm. What's his name? Kingfisher's father, who doesn't.
His dad or his not dad?
His father, who he doesn't love and doesn't love him back.
I can't with the fucking cover, dude.
I love the covers.
I can't believe you ate that.
I love the butterflies. I'm sorry, I'm just a girl. That's a cover that I would like show off. I'd be like, you see these little butterflies? Yeah,
I did that. This one,
Bellicon. Yeah. So Bellicon, Malcolm, and what was her name? Madra? And Madra were
all friends.
And they all kind of like planned everything that went wrong.
Yeah. So now in the next book, because they get Everlane back, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the plan for the second book?
But no, at the end of Quicksilver, remember, Saeris is like dying. And then in her mind, she sees the twins. Like she's in the sun.
Yeah.
And she sees the two twin girls. And then she meets, what was his name? O'Shayla? The god himself. Mm-hmm. And he basically tells her, like, I could sever
O'Shayla.
I could sever the ties. As in like we can't like change, what's the word? You know, with fate. Yeah. It's like, oh, I won't have any control over your life then. Mm-hmm. And so she's like, yeah, let's sever the ties. And I forgot why. I don't remember what the stakes were. But in order for her to do that, she had to return to the world as something different, which she did. So when she woke up, she was half fae, half vampire. Oh, yeah. Which is rare or had never happened before. And so Kingfisher basically tells her, like, well, Malcolm didn't leave an heir and he never expected to die. So since you killed him, you're going to be the queen.
Just like the Tim Allen Santa Claus movie.
Right. Just
like that.
Just like that.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
The end.
So how much did you eat it up?
Oh, dude, I ate it up.
Really?
I ate up this book. I didn't think it was that bad. Your icks weren't even like icks.
Dude, I can't. They were. I just the fact that like she was so like vulgar, but didn't seem to care about any of that just threw me off.
Vulgar? What do you mean?
She was just so like
horny.
Yeah.
Okay, forgive the girl for being horny.
I thought she'd be thirsty. That's
same thing. She's thirsty.
I don't know. It just threw me off, and I can't with the whole moonlight shit. I guess I get the appeal of Kingfisher, but
I kind of see it. It's not like he's my favorite, but I get it.
You know, talking about it,
he's just a misunderstood guy, like the rest of them.
I don't care. I think after talking about it, though, my rating did go up.
Yeah, should we read Casey's review of it? I mean, there's only one person that has.
Oh, did she write one?
Yeah, in the book club. There's only one person that has reviewed this book
Casey.
with us. Obviously, like if we get more people in our book club, we won't be able to read everyone's review, but we could like summarize.
Can I just say?
Yes.
You kept up with the Fable book club so well. I feel like I didn't keep up with it only because I already read it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be different next month.
Yeah, but I am going to post what I felt about like chapter 1 through 10, chapter 11 through,
Yeah.
You know, I'll do that later. So
another day.
But Casey's so sweet. Okay, what'd she say?
Okay, I haven't read it yet, so this is my first time reading it with you, okay? So Casey wrote, I read this back in November and gave it a 4 out of 5. The reason I gave it this rating is because I felt like the first 30% was slow for me, but it made up for it in the last 70%. Also, you're telling me Kingfisher left the fate of this village to a coin toss? I felt like Kingfisher was definitely smarter than that, and the author made him seem stupid in that specific instance. Other than that, I loved Saeris and I loved Carrion. Kingfisher was all right too. This was one of those books where the side characters really made the story. Also, the concept of magic in this book was super intriguing, and I've never heard anything quite like it. The whole alchemy and Saeris being able to telepathically talk to the Quicksilver was really cool. Overall, I enjoyed this book and can't wait to hear the book Fix's thoughts.
She's so sweet.
She's so sweet.
I'm sorry I didn't like it. It's funny because when she was messaging on the Instagram, because I know you saw it too.
Yeah.
I could tell she liked it.
Yeah.
I was like,
when she was messaging, because she saw your post where you made fun of or got the ick from the moonlight thing. And she was like, are you talking about Quicksilver? And it's so funny. I hadn't read it when she was messaging about the book. I really did expect that I wasn't going to like it.
I did too.
Based on like other people's feelings for it. And there's certain reviewers that I really like care about their reviews. Like I feel like, I get it. But I don't know. This one just hit for me.
I will say that sometimes in books like these that are so dense, it just feels like there are things they could have cut out that could have made it smaller and still had been the same story.
I agree with you.
And that kind of bugs me. Like if you're going to say something, sometimes it's not about the length, but the quality of your words.
I agree. And then also, I feel like right now we're going through something booktok is back, but where it's like you're trying to fit certain tropes so that booktok will talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's
that's a good way to put it.
I understand why you feel the need to do this, but you don't have to do this.
You don't have to.
Please.
And I will say, I know I brought up the whole vulgar thing, but it just felt like everyone in that book was like that. So no character felt like an individual to me.
Yeah, I get it.
Mostly the first, like the main three, the Carrion, Kingfisher, and Saeris.
I think they were too strong of character. You know what I mean? Like very like headstrong.
And the fact that none of them were different, it just kind of didn't work for me.
Oh, also Carrion was Fae. We didn't say that.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
It was like this whole thing.
Yep. I don't know. I'm glad that you like it. What did you give it?
I'm still kind of debating it a little bit. Oh my god, there was this one line that I hated so much. There was a moment where she was like feeling thirsty for Kingfisher, where she was like, oh my God, he's so hot. He made my mouth sweat. I literally paused. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
What did you call me?
I was like, what the fuck? What?
That's so funny.
And I feel like there was another line too that I was like not a fan of. Oh, the spade my mate? You spade my mate? No. No. Is that even, does that work? I have no idea. Is that how it's said?
It
didn't feel right.
I wouldn't call it that.
You took away my wife's choice to have children?
You could have said that.
Yeah, that would have been better. That was another line that I was
My
like,
moonlight? My darkness? My majesty?
he didn't call her dark.
You might
She's
as
the
well.
light.
No, dude. I
She's
can't.
the light in the dark.
That felt so hot topic. I just wanted to leave. I can't.
You know I love hot topic.
I know you do.
I'm
And I
sorry.
love that for you.
Forgive a girl for loving it. I want to be Moonlight. I think I would give it a 4.
I give it a 3. A solid 3. That feels right.
Okay. All right.
It was fun reading it though. The farther and farther I got in this book, I'm like, I can't wait for Yajaira to come back from her honeymoon.
I was thinking the same when I was reading it, I was thinking, I can't wait to talk about this. It'll be so much fun.
Oh my gosh. I love when people recommend stuff. Sometimes it's a lot reading it, but it is.
Especially if it's a really long book.
Yeah. And also it's kind of funny when we're both on different sides of how we feel about it. Because then we just we talk shit. And that's really what gets me through the day. What is the next one going to be called? Have they revealed that?
Let's see. Okay, you take a guess. What do you think it'll be called?
Quick or Silver? No, Quicksilver. Is it going to... Okay. I believe it's going to have one of those titles that every fantasy has, like the blank of blank and blank.
No way.
Yeah, it has to. She's going to be crying Quicksilver this time.
Oh, it doesn't.
Doesn't
It
say.
doesn't say, no.
Quicker Silver.
Quicker Silver.
Quicksilver 2. The Quickening. Dude.
The silver is back.
Oh my gosh, yes, the Return of the Silver. Yes, I'm here for that.
All right.
Thank you
So
to
I
the
would give
person
it a
who
4.
recommended it. Yeah. Thank you, Casey.
Thank you, Casey. I had fun.
If you were listening to us in audio form, whether that be Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, or anywhere you get your podcast on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read, that would be amazing. If you want to support us and you have extra money, what can they do?
We do have a Patreon, and it really just serves as a way for our listeners to let us know that you really enjoy our content. You can find us on patreon.com/bookfix. But if you don't want the commitment of monthly, then you can find us on buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix or coffee, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us on YouTube, thank you so much. If you can please like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notification bell because we post videos every Tuesday and Thursday. I do want to say, though, it is the end of the month. When this episode ends, we are going to talk about what our next read for our Fable and Goodreads book club are. So please stay till the end of the episode. If you want to support us on social media, we do have a link tree with a link to all of our social media, as well as our Goodreads and our Fable book club at linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you. Okay. Let's read a positive and negative review. I feel like you should read the negative and I'll read the positive. This comes from Jody, who gave it a 5 out of 5, and she just said, screaming, crying, throwing up, kicking my feet, giggling, smiling, then straight back to screaming, crying, throwing up, and repeat. This book was a ride, and I'd like to get back on immediately. Please, Miss Callie, I need book 2 now.
Okay, this comes from Mia. They gave it 1 out of 5, and they wrote, I feel so bad for all talented fantasy authors because how is this popular? The dialogue and writing are so derogatory millennial.
Damn. Thank you so much for listening, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So we reached the end of the month.
We did.
1 out of 12. Done.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that weird? It goes by so quick.
I'm kind of sad.
So we talked about that we wanted to change between each other, not on the podcast, that we kind of wanted to change the format of our episodes.
Yeah.
So we're trying really hard to make things shorter.
Yeah. Because we love to yap.
Yeah.
Professional yappers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are trying to work on that because we read a lot. But because we're also trying to like have the book club on Goodreads and on Fable.
And also we want to do our own projects.
Yeah. We're trying to post only once a week again. For the OGs who remember that, where we only posted on Tuesdays, I think. We're going back to that start February, but we're still gonna post on Thursdays. It's just gonna be specifically,
It's just like bonus.
yeah.
It's like we're talking about things relating to books, but not necessarily reviewing a book.
I'm excited for that.
Too, I'm excited for
I
it.
really hope it goes well. I think what is very motivating and what has been motivating this month is when people engage with us when we like do these things, because it does help us like kind of feel the vibe of the room, if that's something that's like liked.
Yeah, and if I'm honest, I am kind of nervous about changing the format because I feel like we have gotten a lot more people reaching out to us recently.
But I do think that if we are gonna keep track of these book clubs and like be on it, I think that's gonna help more. But we'll see. If it doesn't work, we can always go back to our format. But just like my sister said, we read a lot, and it's kind of like,
It's crazy.
it's crazy.
I can't believe how much we read sometimes. But also, it never feels like it's enough. It's just, I'm always behind.
Okay, same. But I feel like it'll be nice because, like you said, we want to do things for the podcast that aren't just reading. So it'll be nice to have that little break. Because now that I look at it and I'm like, only 4 books this month.
Yeah.
Easy. I'll finish it in a weekend.
I feel like we should try it out for 3 months because your sister was right. She said something about like, you know, most tests should be for 3 months.
The scientist in her.
She's right though.
And the reader in us is like, nah. Skim it.
Nah, I'm gonna read a short story.
Okay, but I'm so down for this. So just, I feel like the episode ideas we came up with for Thursday sounds so fun so far.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm excited. Okay.
Please stay tuned.